First, you're going to be hearing a news report from me. On the news this evening, Catholic religious orders condemned for a massive shortfall in the promised payout for survivors of institutional abuse. Also, more explosive allegations in the Southeast foster abuse case. And Taoiseach visits the scene of yesterday's tragic fire in Clondalkin, and high drama on the high seas as Irishman and his partner saved from a stricken boat. But first, the Right to Water campaign group has confirmed plans to stage another anti-charges rally next month. The move to mobilise on April 8th comes after the Oireachtas Committee examining the future of water charges asked for another 4 weeks to finalise its recommendations, with Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael at odds over what to do about the excessive water use. Religious orders of the Catholic Church have come in for strong criticism after a massive shortfall was revealed in what they'd promised to pay towards the survivors of institutional abuse. New figures out today show that, so far, only 13% of the overall costs have been covered by the congregations. Now, in the so-called Grace case, there have been more explosive allegations of serious failings in the care of women at the centre of the foster care abuse scandal in the southeast. The Dáil has heard claims that a social worker who tried to intervene was frustrated and blocked in his attempts to have her removed. Now to the fires that happened in Clondalkin yesterday. The Taoiseach has visited the site of yesterday's fire in Clondalkin and has described the tragedy as desperately sad. Speaking to us today, Frances Fitzgerald said that she's thinking of those who died and their families. Moving down under, an Irishman has said he didn't think he and his partner were going to survive their encounter with the raging seas between Australia and New Zealand. Nick Dwyer and Barbara Heffernan were rescued after their yacht's rudder was broken in a massive storm off the coast of Australia. Now, back to Dublin, and a young jogger is fighting for his life in Belmont Hospital following a hit and run in Dublin last night. The man, aged in his late 20s, had been running along Hazelwood Drive in Coolock when he was hit by a white Renault Megane van at around 9:45 p.m. A short time later, the van was found burnt out at Beach Lawn Grove, which is close to the scene of the hit and run. Gardaí and Coolock are appealing for witnesses or anyone with any information to come forward. Now, dirty water. New research shows that water quality in private water schemes lags far behind that of public systems. The Environmental Protection Agency also found that almost 40% of private supplies aren't monitored for E. coli, but 70 of those tested were found to be contaminated with human or animal waste. More than 5,000 people in private water supplies were on boil notices in 2015. Taoiseach in the Kenny is due to hold talks with British Prime Minister Theresa May on the fringes of a European Council meeting in Brussels later this evening. Brexit and power sharing in the north will presumably dominate those discussions. That's all your news for now. We'll have more at the top of the hour. Next, you're going to be listening to me doing a sport report. Dylan here now with today's sports roundup. Ireland have decided to shut the roof for tomorrow's Six Nations game with Wales at the Principality Stadium. Wales' assistant coach, Rod McBride, has deflected the pressure on Ireland, claiming they have more to lose as Joe Smith's side chase the championship title in England next week. In England team news, Billy Vunipola has been named on the England bench for their game with Scotland on Saturday. The number 8 made his comeback from a knee injury last weekend. Eddie Jones makes 3 changes to the young side that beat Italy, with Ben Youngs, Jonathan Joseph and Jack Nell all starting. England are looking to win a Grand Slam if they can beat Ireland next weekend. Now to last night's UEFA Champions League, and the football world is still catching its breath following Barcelona's record-breaking comeback in the Champions League last night. They were 5-3 down on aggregate with 2 minutes remaining against PSG, but somehow seemed to score 3 late goals to progress to the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Now to tonight's Europa League action, and Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho was very unhappy with the state of the pitch before tonight's game. United were in Russia for a clash with FC Rostov, which ended 1-1, Mkhitaryan with the goal from United. Zlatan Ibrahimovic did play ahead of his 3-match domestic ban, which starts at the weekend against Chelsea in the FA Cup. In the Premier League last night, Man City were left frustrated after being held to a draw by Stoke City at home, with Pep playing a slightly weakened team with the FA Cup to look forward to at the weekend. This is a major blow in the title race, as this was a game in hand for City and could catch up on leaders Chelsea, but did not take the opportunity. On to golf now, and Seamus Power is 4 under par with Graham McDowell away later at the Valspar Championships in the States. Jim Herman leads on under 9. Paul Dunne, meanwhile, is 5 off the lead after the opening round of the Indian Open. Dunne, who had a top 10 finish in South Africa last week, caddied an opening round of 72 for level par. Michael Hoare is 2 over par, and David Horsey leads on under 5. That's all your sport for now. We'll be back at 9 o'clock during our next bulletin. Now you're going to be listening to me doing a quick weather report. It's been a reasonably bright and dry day so far today. Not a bad start at all. And settled outlook that we've been enjoying will falter slightly now over the coming days. So showers will start to creep in. We're starting to see less in the way of sunshine with more cloud pushing in. And even across this morning we've seen the change start to push in, a large enough area of cloud feeding in from the Atlantic. For the most part it's been reasonably dry with the wet spells starting to build with that now. So cloud is increasing into the afternoon and the bulk of the daytime is looking dry, but as the afternoon progresses the wet spells will slowly start to push in from the south and the southwest. So while there are some wet spells on the way, for the daytime at least, the dry conditions will win out. Some nice sunny spells to the east, but they'll eventually give way to this increasing cloud. The winds gentle southeasterly and maximum temperatures will be 10 to 14 degrees. We've got a slight to moderate sea condition today with a bit more moderate to the west with sea temperatures between 9 and 10 degrees. By the evening time, we'll start to see these wet spells push further in, so at this stage we've got showers over the west and southwest, pushing into the northern connacht and down across into the southeast. A cloudy overcast evening with this, and those temperatures manage to stay up in those cloudy conditions at around 10 to 14 degrees. Overnight then, the main bulk of showers will be pushing in over Ulster. Overall, the rainfall patterns start to break up. Most of the areas will start to get a scattering of light showers. So as broken as the showers are, they'll be widespread. We'll see some overnight mist, low cloud and hill fog forming overnight, and in terms of temperatures we're looking at lows of 4 to 7 degrees to the north and around 7 to 9 degrees lows elsewhere. So the mist and fog we're seeing will take its time to lift across the morning, so it's a fairly dull cloudy morning. Just the odd sunny break closer to coastal areas of the north and the east. The drier weather slowly winning out over the morning. Morning averages at about 7 to 9 degrees. As we cross to the afternoon into Friday daytime, we're getting the day off to a dry start to begin with an albeit cloudy and overcast, just the odd broken, occasional bright spell. Temperatures tomorrow, 10 to 13 degrees, so feeling mild enough. Now to start the afternoon, we're looking at a moderate southerly wind. However, as the evening approaches, the next front is on the way, and so winds will take a step up later and in becoming fresher to the west. After the bulk of the day being dry, the evening time will eventually see the wet spells arriving in over the west coast, and they'll be with us overnight across through to Saturday morning, mostly just on light showers, but it's a wet picture later on. From there, that overnight rain will clear, so Saturday daytime, a dry day with some broken sunshine, a similar picture with some nice sunny breaks and dry conditions winning out over some scattered showers. That's your weather forecast. Thank you very much.